Hey, how's it going? Today is, tournament prep day, getting the boat all cleaned up. I'm out in the boat right now. I got a mess in here right now, and it's kind of a disaster area. But I'm getting my rods rigged up, putting some new line on, and, getting ready for the weekend for my tournament at Raystown. And one of the main baits I'm going to be throwing this weekend coming up is a Zoom Fluke. This is one bait that I've caught a ton, and I mean a ton of bass on. It imitates a bait fish, something perfect. There's a lot of companies out there that got some great soft jerk baits, but this is one I like to use the most. Is a Zoom Fluke, and I've been using them for years, and catching largemouth, smallmouth down on the Susquehanna River. It's just amazing. And there's really only two colors I throw. And the main color I throw is a pearl white, and you can't go wrong with pink, bubblegum color. I have no clue why they go after this one, but they eat it. And I like throwing something like this on a cloudy day, and maybe a little bit murkier water, because it stands out and it actually has like a little bit of glow to it when it's in the water. And if you don't believe me, go check for yourself and let me know how that works out for you, because it does work. And on back to rigging how I rig my Fluke is just like that. Hook it through the nose, octopus circle hook, maybe a size 1 or a size 2 octopus circle hook by Gamakatsu. I love their hooks. And like I said, you're going to get a lot more bites, or hookups, pardon me. And I just tie a Palomar knot. I always go through the point end of the eye of the hook. Let me rig this up here so you can actually get a better look at it. And the Palomar knot's very simple. You double your line, put it through the eye of your hook. Take it like you're tying your shoe. Make sure you got both ends of the line. Reach through. Grab that loop and get a hold of it. Pull it through. Tighten up a little bit. Got to give it a little love. Make it wet. You don't want to burn your line. And just pull it nice and easy. Maybe keep it a little moist. And bam, you got your Palomar knot. It's probably one of the easiest and one of the best knots to tie. You don't have too many breakages on it. And I cut a little the tag end off, of course, but I always leave a little bit. Never get down there and cut it as tight, as close as you can to the knot, because if you have a little bit of slippage, at least you got a little bit of the tag end to save you a little bit. And to be honest, if the bass don't see all that, he's not going to give two craps about that little tag end on that line. His main business is going to be, I'm going to eat that Fluke, and Jeff's going to get him in the boat. So that's the way I rigged my Fluke, and hopefully that'll give you a little bit of a tip of today on how to rig your Flukes. Everybody, you can rig them a couple different ways, but that's one way I like to rig it. And I always use fluorocarbon. There's times where I'll use monofilament, but in clear water, I like to use fluorocarbon for the main reason that it's more invisible, and fluorocarbon sinks, monofilament doesn't. So this is going to help your fluke get, especially in clearer water, it's going to help your fluke get down there a little bit. Now, my last tournament I had, my club tournament, I was throwing it on 8-pound P line, which is amazing stuff. I mean, it's awesome line. But my fluke wouldn't sink as good as I wanted it to. So this week I'm going to switch up on it, and I usually do throw it on fluorocarbon, but this week I'm going to switch over to fluorocarbon, and I'm going to throw my fluke this way. So this is you know, getting sometimes them bass, you know, I like to let my fluke sink a little bit. Sometimes I like to let it sink till it's just visible to your eye. And then you start twitching it real slow. And the bass is going to tell you how he wants it. I mean, I had a bass last weekend at about 20 foot out from the front of my boat. All of a sudden is this nice bass busting and chasing a bait fish. And I was able to pick up my rod at that time, cast out to that fish, and bam, he ate it as soon as it hit the water. And then the rest of the day, when I was throwing my fluke, they didn't want it fast. They weren't in the mood to chase like that one did. I mean, they're going to have different attitudes. So the main thing I did is when I threw it out there, even though I had monofilament on, I let the bait sink a little bit, and then I started twitching it real slow, and that's just the way they wanted it. And that's how I ended up catching the rest of my limit, was on the fluke, nose hooking it. Because you got to remember, the bass always goes after the head of the bait fish first, and you're going to get more hookups this way, and it's going to land you more fish, and you're going to put more fish in the boat. So I hope that helps you out today in my little tip of rigging my fluke. And good luck on the water, and subscribe and like, and give me some feedback on maybe what you want to know the next time. And have a good day.